These are a few of my favorite things. In no particular order, here are a few of my favorite things of September. We really about to do this right now. So, in no particular order, here are a few of my favorite things from the month of September, but like also this month and like the month before. Everything kind of like melts into one for me. I'm still in August mentally, so here are a few of my recent favorite things. Okay, let's start with my favorite things that I've heard. So, I was on my hot girl walk doing my thing. It was really nice out, feeling myself, listening to my music. And then this guy stops me. He was on the phone and he stopped his conversation. He's like, "Hold up." And he didn't say hold up, but he was like, anyways, he stops his call to tell me, "You have very lucky face." I don't think English was his first language. I believe he was Indian, but he said, "You have very lucky face." And honestly, that was like one of my favorite compliments I've ever gotten. I think it was a very original way of complimenting someone. I thought that was super cute and quirky and different. I like when people are original with their compliments. I don't know, I just liked it. It stuck with me. You have very lucky face. And I feel like I'm gonna start saying that to people. You have very lucky face. All of you listening, you have very lucky face. Okay, the other thing that I've heard last month that really stuck with me and that I really liked was from this refinery YouTube episode. It was featuring an artist, this artist called Halima. She's this artist from London. It was an episode on like how she was making a living as a musician. I'll link it down below, but it was really interesting. She was just talking about her upbringing and her creative process and her upcoming album. At some point in the video, as she was talking about her creative process, she said this one thing that really stuck with me, and I quote, "I knew then as a kid, something is speaking. I'm tapping into this thing, just letting it come through. People describe it as a muscle and as a skill, but I think it's actually a relationship to that source. And the more you're in conversation, the easier it is." And that was her take on creativity, which I really loved. And I feel like that resonated with me so much because I feel like we talk about creativity as a muscle. Like the more you do, the better you get at it, which is true. But for me, creativity has this almost spiritual, esoteric dimension to it that for me, referring to it as a skill doesn't really bring it justice. Personally, I always feel like whenever I'm creative, it's not like I'm not really in control. I'm really just tapping into this thing and it's just flowing through me. That's always how it felt to me. It never really felt like I was coming up with things. It just felt like I was being a vessel for something and just letting whatever downloads coming through and just being the vessel for that. Her take on seeing creativity as a conversation, the more you're in conversation, the easier it gets. That made so much more sense to me. It feels like seeing it as a muscle makes it kind of like there's this sort of resistance, tension. It's very productivity based. And for me, creativity is not, doesn't feel that way. So, anyways, I really liked her take on that, seeing creativity as a conversation rather than a muscle. That really just resonated with me. And I feel like she was able to verbalize how I feel about my creativity and my relationship to it, and how it's like I'm just tapping into this thing and then it's like a conversation. And the more I'm in conversation with it, the easier it flows. And yeah, I just really liked how she phrased that. So I wanted to share. Moving on from things I've heard to things I ate or consumed or drank. So there's these two spots near my workplace in Saint-Henri. If you're from Montreal, go check them out. I go there all the time. Let me close the fucking window. No, because you got me fucked up. So there's these two spots near my workplace that I really, really love. I go there bit too often. They know me now. They really do. I'm trying not to eat out too often because I don't know, like I'm acting like I have the budget for that. But anyways, I go to these two specific spots. First one is Mina. It's this coffee shop on Notre Dame. Again, it's in Saint-Henri, owned by Mina. She's such a sweetheart. If you ever go there, tell her I sent you. She doesn't know me by name, but if you just tell her the black girl with the short red hair, she'll know. She'll know. She has this super cute coffee shop, very cozy. The staff is super friendly. They also have these really tasty treats that are vegan and gluten free. And not to shit on the vegan food, but y'all know y'all trash sometimes. But those vegan pastries and treats are actually bussin'. Like they're actually really good and delicious. I often get the carrot cake square is really good. Their cookies are great. But my go-to order and my ultimate fave is the matcha lemonade. The matcha lemonade. I'm not like a big coffee girly. I'm more of just like a tea girl. Coffee gives me heart palpitations and anxiety, so I stay away from that. But matcha I like. She's very much more demure. She's more chill, right? And I also like the taste of it. I feel like it's closer to tea in terms of like the flavor profiles. I got into matcha this year. I'm a matcha nigga. I'm a matcha nigga now. I got into matcha and I would usually get matcha lattes, but this summer I tried the matcha lemonade at Mina Mina, and guys, when I tell you I could drink this shit every day. The matcha and the acidity of the lemonade just really pairs well together. It might sound weird, but it's actually so fucking good. Don't knock it till you try it, honestly. So if you are in Montreal and if you happen to be in Saint Henri, go try it. My other go-to of last month has been still in Saint Henri, still in the same area, is the bacon, egg, and cheese on biscuit with hot sauce from Ben and Sally's. Under $10, guys. Super tasty, super filling. I believe they have like a thrift store inside that I don't know. I'm not sure what it is, but it's vibes. Tell them I sent you if you go. Some other of my faves of last month and this month as well has been my grandma's food. I'm temporarily living right now with my mom and my grandparents. I'm actually working on a vlog that explains this transitional era that I'm in my life right now. Inshallah, if my computer allows me, because it's running out of space. I've been trying to like delete a bunch of shit. The fucking system storage keeps expanding. Even editing is a fucking pain in the ass. But anywho, we'll make it work. But I am working on a vlog that expands a bit more on what's happening in this interesting era of my life. I call it the limbo phase. Everything is up in the air and uncertain, but it's also exciting because it means everything is possible. But anywho, I am living right now with my grandparents and my mom, and I feel like a child again. I'm taken care of. I've been really enjoying the home cooked meals. They don't tell you how much of a fucking pain in the ass it is to have to figure out what to eat every day. Every day I need to figure out what to eat. That shit is really exhausting. Shout out Mami Lou, shout out my grandma for making those busting ass Haitian meals every day. I'm really so spoiled and I feel so blessed. I've been eating dirijonjon, lambi, lalo, maimoulin ak aransa, like all the classic Haitian dishes. I've also gained a few pounds for show, but I'm loving it. Honestly, it's been so nice to eat those warm, hearty meals made with love from grandma. So shout out Grams, shout out Mami Lou. I love you. Yeah, it's been real good. Okay, moving on from things I ate, drank to things I did. So I quit weed. Can I say weed on here? Gardening. I'm going to say gardening. And it's funny because I've never been a smoker like that, but I did take up smoking during the pandemic. Yep. I would say from 2020 to 2020 till now, basically, have been some of the most challenging, traumatic, character building years of my life. Mary Jane was with me to help me through it. I was overwhelmed, I was overworked, I was burnt out, I was depressed. So that was really the only thing that was kind of like helping me through. But I do feel like it has some benefits, helping with anxiety and all that stuff. But for me, it started becoming kind of a crutch to the point where I was smoking every day. At first, it was more of a casual, occasional thing, mostly socially, but then eventually became like, okay, like I need this to function, which I was like, this is not, I don't like this. And it never was an addiction in a sense that I could take a tolerance break whenever I wanted. Like I would do a tolerance break for like 3 months or like for a month here and there. But every time I stopped my tolerance break, I went back to it, and then the same kind of habits of like consuming too often, which I really did not like. So this year I made it a point that I want to do a full year sober, off the za, not off alcohol because I don't really drink like that. So I'm allowing myself to drink. I can go like 3 months without drinking and not realizing like I really don't drink like that. But smoking though, that was my vice. She really helped me though. I'm not gonna shit on Mary Jane. I think there's ways to use it and be intentional with it. And if you have a good relationship, if you're able to have a discipline with it, I think you can definitely consume it in a healthy way. But for me, it was not, that was not the case. I was just using it mostly as a crutch, as a way for me to escape, to not have to confront my reality and how I was feeling. And ultimately, I didn't like my relationship with it. So I'm doing a full year without gardening, and I feel great. I really do. I've done these tolerance breaks before, but never a full year. I think the max that I did was probably 3 months. And so I really want to do a full year, see how I feel. After that year, will I partake again? Maybe, who knows? But for now, I feel like I really need to be fully aware of myself, of how I feel. I have too much to do, too many projects that I want to work on. I feel like I was also very lethargic, very lazy, not as productive. And also, low key, I thought I had ADHD, but I really just think I was smoking too much weed. Like, I thought I had executive dysfunction. I was just like overwhelmed by everything. I could not organize my thoughts properly. I just felt paralyzed. Now that I'm not smoking and it's been like a couple months, I'm like pretty good with organizing my life. It's not perfect. I'm not the most organized person at all, but like I'm getting shit done. I'm able to, deal with my things in a better way than I was before. I was really overwhelmed. Like the past few years, I was like, I don't know how to function. I can't do anything. So yeah, maybe you don't have ADHD, guys. Maybe you need to just lay off the weed a little bit. It could also be both. I do feel like I'm slightly on the spectrum, but I just don't think that smoking helped with that. That's just my experience though. I'm sure it can be beneficial for a lot of people, but for me, I was just like, it was getting to a point where it was getting in the way, and I didn't like how I would kind of reach for it every time things were not going well. And I want to build better coping skills and just also reconnect with my sober self. I don't know who she is anymore. Like, who is she? Also, it started to give me anxiety, especially in social settings. Oh my God. I would be like, what did I say? Did I sound weird? Why are they looking at me? Are they looking at me? Do I have something in my face? What's going on? What did I just say? What was I saying? It was too much. For me, smoking was more of like an alone thing. My favorite thing to do was hot girl walks and smoking a little J and listening to my music. Oof. That was my shit. But yeah, taking a little break, a year, see how I feel. For now, it feels great. Everything is more clear. It was not easy because now I really have to face all of the feelings and all of the things, but that's necessary for me to move forward in life. So I'm really glad I'm doing this. And yeah, I'll keep you guys posted on that. Ooh, I'm hot again. Okay, another thing that I started doing last month, I started doing more and thinking less, like literally not thinking too much and just doing it, because that's also how things pile up in my brain and my to-do list and I start feeling overwhelmed. I'm becoming a better texter. I used to be the worst texter in the world. Okay. Fully acknowledge, if j'assume, I was really the worst. That's because I would see the text message, be like, oh, okay, I have to get back to that person, a to do on my list. And then I have all these other things that I'm trying to do. And then I forget. And then a few days goes by and I'm like, I feel bad because now it's been too long for me to reach back. And the more I think about that, the more I let days go by. And then the longer it takes for me to answer to that person. So instead of that, now I just like answer right away. Not all the time. Okay. Because I know that some of my friends would be like, that's not true. I'm better with it though. I'm better with it, not just with texting, but just with things in general. If I see a few dishes that I know I have to do, I'm just gonna do it. Let me just do it. My rule now is if it takes less than 10 minutes or 5 minutes, I'm just gonna do it right away because then it's just less mental distractions. I feel just more light and less overwhelmed by the things I need to do, especially if they're like small things. Just get it out the way quick. Just do it. Don't think. Just be like, okay, go do it. Do it. Another favorite thing that I did last month was rewatching old shows. Now that I'm grown, I finished Sex in the City. I'm now watching Insecure. And I feel like with a fresh new outlook, with new life experiences, avec du vrai vécu là, I really can empathize on another level with these characters and with these storylines and can see myself also in that. It's also been super reassuring because you see these women in their 30s who still don't have it figured out, and it just makes me feel so good because I do not have it figured out. I am feeling, however, the most confident I have in a while. I know myself better. I have better boundaries with myself and others. I have a newfound sense of respect for myself and love for myself. So that's really cool. But otherwise, I don't know what the fuck is going on, okay? Like, I'm still figuring this shit out. Nobody knows what the fuck is going on, okay? Nobody knows. We're just all improvising. If you are stressing out because you haven't figured out life yet, go watch some old shows like Sex and the City, Insecure. If you have a few other recommendations, let me know because I'm on that vibe right now. Something else that I did last month that I really liked was getting my hair done. I am a DIY queen. I do everything myself. I love to save a coin because in this economy, but I tend to do most things myself, my hair included. Because I work at a hair salon, we get like a free service per month. And I've been working there a few months and I still haven't taken advantage of that. So I'm like, let me get my hair done for free, you know? So I did that and it was really nice. It was really nice to be taken care of and pampered. And it just made me realize I deserve and you deserve. Treat yourself. You know, every now and then I know you want to like take care of everything yourself and do it all yourself. And I know you can. I know you can do it all yourself. But chill, take a little break, let yourself be spoiled and pampered every now and then. You really deserve it. I want to do that more for myself. Talking about hair, I'm going to do a whole video on my hair, by the way, because it has been like a huge thing for me this year. Just chopping all my hair off on a whim on a full moon. That's going to be another video. But I have to talk about this product. This is the styling lotion by Up North Natural. It is a Canadian brand. This is how I get my curls to be popping like this. Can we take a moment? Can we take a moment? Okay. If you're interested in me doing like a tutorial on how I do my wash and go, let me know. I would love to. Also, I work at a hair salon, so I got tricks and tips for y'all. Okay, I need to meet up my friend, so I literally need to wrap it up. I still have a bunch of things on my list, so I'm gonna do like a little speed round to wrap this up, okay? A few other things on that list include Odera. Odera. Oh my god, Odera. Odera. You don't know what Odera is? Well, let me put you on. Odera is an inclusive fashion tech startup built by my best friend Sonia. I'm so proud of her. It's an adaptive fashion marketplace for people with disabilities. She's shedding the light on the fact that most clothes catered to people with disabilities are really only focused on functionality and therefore tend to be a bit plain or straight up boring. People with disabilities deserve to have just as much fun as able-bodied folks. They deserve to be able to express themselves as fully, as boldly as anyone else. And so that's really the mission of her company, and I could not be more proud of her. If you know someone with a disability, or if you are someone with a disability, please fill out the link. I'll put it in the description. It's a survey. It will really help her with her company to understand what people with disabilities are looking for in terms of their shopping experience. So it's called Odera. It's backwards for a redo. So it's reimagining the fashion experience, the shopping experience for people with disabilities. I'm so proud of her. Please support her on Instagram and TikTok if you're still on there. Give her a follow, share it. If you know anyone with a disability, please let them know. So yeah, so proud of her. I really need to get going, but we're gonna do a little speed round on some of the things I saw on Pinterest that I really liked. Okay, I'm not even gonna do any commentary because I don't have time. I'm just gonna show you. And yeah, so there was this one. Cute. Then there was this one. right? Period. Then there was this one. You know? Then there was this one. I know that's right. Then there was this one. You know what I mean? Then there was this one. No, because like for real. Then there was this one. Ugh, yes. Mind you, I don't know which one I'm showing you. I'm just gonna put the picture as I'm editing. So I'm just like freestyling the commentary. I'm literally running late to my to my coffee date with my friend. So anyways, and then there was this one. No, because all right, I'm sorry for this rushed ending. There was definitely more on my list of favorites for the month of September, but I'll just add them next month on my October favorites. And please let me know if there's any favorite things that you did, heard, saw, ate, thought about, whatever the fuck. Put me on, put a girl on. Let me know. Share it in the comments below. I'll definitely keep doing these. This was fun. I have so much more that I want to share with you guys. J'adore trop cette communauté. I'm really feeling like we're building something special here, and I'm loving the exchange, honestly. I love your insights. I love your stories. So I am very appreciative of you guys. Very, very much so. So voilà, ok. Bon, je vais y aller, sinon mon ami va me... Je vous adore, gros bisous, et puis on se voit très bientôt. Mouah. Ciao!